We are Nicholas and Tony Carter. A lot of people get us confused. They call me Nick, him Tony. We're all in the same.
They call you Nikki, not Nick.
Yeah. Oh, we've been attending St. Peter and Paul's since we moved here about 13 years ago.
13, 14.
Not full time. We came because it was our responsibility to bring my mom to church. She had some dementia going on, and in the process, we made several moves with her. So we were on again, off again, coming to church. And we really didn't come back until this very nice man knocked at the door one day. What was his name?
Herman,
and invited us to come back. He left a book there for me to read, and he just left a big impression on my heart. So that's when we started coming back to church on a regular basis. I grew up in Springfield, Illinois, and I was baptized at St. Aloysius Church on the north end of Springfield, and that's where Nick and I were married as well.
I was Episcopalian Anglican, and I went to St. Luke's Episcopal Church. I was baptized and member of the church up until I became Catholic. I was an acolyte and did all those things like that when I was a child. So,
and I believe that one of the main reasons that Nick chose to become Catholic, because we started having children, we were going to St. Peter and Paul's Parish at that time, and our priest encouraged us to be of the same faith as a family. So when our children started receiving their sacraments, that we were receiving the sacraments with them, and we could do this as one. So Nick made the decision, and we went to, what was it called at that time?
RCIA?
RCIA. It was the most wonderful experience, because here I thought I was Catholic. Well, I didn't know or realize the beauty of the Catholic Church until going to RCIA and being Nick's sponsor. And it opened up a whole new world to us and to our family. I've learned a lot about my faith from Nick. He's drawn me more to new things than I ever did. And I went to Catholic grade schools and high schools, but it's Nick that's been my biggest teacher.
I love the reading about all the saints. Polycarp, the ones that were his disciples, Augustine, I mean just all of them throughout all history. The sisters, St. Teresa of Avila, St. Jerome, just everybody. It's such a rich history that I wish more people would take the time to go back as far as they can and follow it up through the years. And I think you'd have a better grounded understanding of Christianity.
I remember going to Mass with my mom as a child, and back then they did it all in Latin. And it just amazed me that my mother knew everything. She knew everything. And she used to take me up to pray while she worked in the cafeteria. So she would take me up to pray to the Blessed Mary. That was her person, the Blessed Mary. It was her special saint. And she taught me how to love the Virgin Mary and how I can depend on her and pray to her. So I'm going to say the Blessed Mother is my favorite. Oh, big time. In the morning, instead of having a lot of busyness and noise in the house, Nick puts on meditations, we go through the daily readings, and then what's that one channel?
The daily reflections.
Yes. So that's how we start our day. Instead of having the news and noise and it's just quiet time that we can reflect. One of our daughters sent Nick daily readings from St. Augustine. And so we both do that in the morning and just we sit down and we have breakfast together. So we have time to give thanks to God for our gifts and then reflect and talk about, what our day is going to be. It just starts your day out so much more joyful and peaceful. And then even on the way to work, instead of listening to music or the news, I listen to EWTN and get more of the word in me. So by the time I get to work, where it's a very stressful environment, I have something that anchors me. And I can remember to be kind and patient and understanding in a world that is not so much that way right now. It's just, with the kids not being there, it just gives us quiet time. Till the grandkids come over.
Yeah, the grandkids.
Yeah.
They're a blast.
Yeah. And recently we have been blessed with Nick's dad. We've moved him closer to us. He was living in Springfield, Illinois, and now he's living closer to us. He's in Troy at a
memory
facility. So that's nice because he's the only one of our parents that's left. And it's just nice having him there where I can touch and feel and see him and talk to him.
We have Tony and I, we have 3 of his grandchildren and 5 of his great-grandchildren, and plus their husbands. So there's a larger network of people here to help because he needs the distraction.
Yeah, it's funny. It's like it's come full circle because when we moved here in order to help take care of my mother along with my sister. And my sister and I were able to be hands-on with the whole world of dementia and memory care. So we learned a lot. And now it's my sister and I and our family's turn to give back to Nick's dad. And it's an amazing blessing. Some people I know have a real hard time with the disease and what it brings, but we've come to find it as a blessing.
Yeah, well, so did we. We had a hard time with it because, that's the nature of the disease, unfortunately. But, pray and go forward.
Keep it simple.
Yeah, really simple. Not so much in material things, mostly getting together with family, enjoying the company, but nothing massive. There are no Black Fridays or anything like that occur around us.
No.
It's more of the reason for the season.
Right. We taught that to our children when they were little. When they were real little, we got caught up in Christmas and buying and how much and this and that. And even our kids, we all came to the conclusion that this isn't what it's all about. So we started paring back and not doing so much of the what can I get, but more of the what can I do, and making it just simple and enjoying each other and the company and the love and the food, but not so much all of the material things. Yeah, we stopped doing that years ago. And it just makes it so much easier because you hear so many people say, oh, I tried this. Oh, I got to get this. And they get so stressed. And you don't get to enjoy the season because you're so stressed about the things. So we choose not to.
Is it hard?
Not for me. Not at all.
It was at first. Years ago when the kids were in their teens, it was hard.
Yeah.
But we just showed them. And they enjoyed the season more because we weren't so stressed trying to get this and get that. So we've just, it's been what, 25 years?
Something like that.
Another thing about Christmas time is bringing the sheep back home. And Nick and I have decided that this Advent, we would pray the rosary together every day, because our children have fallen off from the Catholic Church. They're not practicing, even though we sent them to grade schools and high schools and all of their friends. You know, they had a community, but they've fallen to the wayside. So that's what Advent means for us this year. It's simple and it's sacred, and it's about bringing the kids back to the church. You know, you can talk to your blue in the face, but it doesn't do any good. It's only God that will lead them back, and that's through prayers.
Yes, best to pray. Talk doesn't do a lot. Pray and pray some more. And just be yourself and do the right things that you should do. And that's probably a brighter message than words could ever send to people. Start praying for people around you. People that you know, your neighbors, your friends, people that aren't your friends. And regardless of how you feel, whether you're happy, whether you're sad, whether you're tired, whether you have energy, whether you have this going on, regardless, pray. Pray every day. I don't think that you can pray enough. And take your time. Don't get down on yourself, because sometimes you're going to feel, oh, I did a bad job on that prayer today, or I wasn't with it. No, you're with it. Just continue. That would be my biggest advice, to humble yourself and pray. Because a lack of prayer, I would say, is a lack of humility. You know, we've read enough that God is drawn to humble souls.
I'll let him have the last word on that, but I 100% agree. Feed yourself with prayer. Pray for others, then pray for yourself.
So you didn't actually let him have the last word?
Oh, I didn't. That's so like me.
I knew that. I knew that was going to happen. We're the Carters. God bless you all. Have a happy Advent and a Merry Christmas.